All right, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. We're back with yet another live stream, yet another weekly check-in with our Moralis community. That's very important. You know that we do these live streams each and every week. Normally we do them at 6 p.m. Central European time, but today we do them at 12 because we do have some things in the evening that I have to be at. So it's a bit earlier this week, but normally it's 6 p.m. So put that in the calendar. And today we're going to discuss the Avalanche launch. We have full support now for Avalanche. You create a server in Moralis, you will see that now you can have mainnet and testnet support straight from your Moralis server. This is very, very big step for us. Why? Because we are always having this vision and the goal to support any chain. And we want to be on as many chains as possible. And now that we can add one more, it's amazing. So I will show you now quickly how it's working. And also, you can keep in mind that we will do soon a challenge. This week we have a challenge for Avalanche. So stay tuned, and you know that we're giving away NFTs for all the winners of the challenge. So let me just quickly log in here to my Moralis. So first I will show you how this is. So you go to your Moralis servers, then you go to create new server mainnet. And you start creating a name. And as you can see, we have Avalanche. Very nice. Full support. So when you're creating a dapp, you can select which chains you want us to support for your dapp. So you can just select all of them. And this is true magic because look, it's really that you write one dapp and it works everywhere. Write once, and run everywhere. That's really the slogan that we want. And it's a Java slogan from 30 years back. And of course, testnet. We have here as well. Avalanche will be added soon here as well. Mainnet is already here. So yeah, this is how it is right now. You can select region as always, but this is a big step for us, guys. Why? Because at the end of the day, the more chains we add, the more communities we can support, the better the better off this community is, and the better off the whole Ethereum development is, and the crypto development. That's very important. And like I told you, we have a weekly challenge. And you know that we have our Moralis DAO. You can come here to Moralis DAO. You find the link below to join. And when you sign up to Discord, to our community, you find this one, weekly challenge. And basically what you have to do, I've posted this here, for next week, the weekly challenge is to build something on Avalanche using Moralis. Maybe you build something where you log in, you know, you sign in user, and Moralis fetches all transactions, all balances, all NFTs for Avalanche. Perfect. And you can also add cross-chain capabilities. So of course, your dapp can be cross-chain. As long as you have something with Avalanche, you are a part of the weekly challenge. And as you know, we have the theme with Moralis mages. We only have given away one mage in the past, one NFT. It was Moralis Monastic level 1 mage. And today we're giving away, next week, but today in this weekly challenge that we're starting today, we are giving away level 2 Moralis Mogul. And we have a very important theme going on in our Discord with these mages, because at the end of the day, you use Moralis, you're a magician. You're a magician because you can do so much. You can achieve so much. In comparison to a normal Ethereum developer, you have superpowers. And we do also have these different traits with different levels of rarity. So we hope to build out this collection one by one, week by week. And the most important thing here is that there's no way to buy these NFTs. You can only earn them. That's the thing. You can only earn them. So you know that each and every NFT in our collection, it's earned by sweat, blood and tears of the developers. That's important because it's true passion here that we are putting into the NFTs in terms of what people are building. So you remember the last challenge was about building a chat app. We do have challenges also for the Polygon Hackathon and ETH Global Hackathon, but these are ending in October. So the winners of these hackathons, basically the best project using Moralis in both of these hackathons will also be getting NFT, but these ones are ending in October, and we need some kind of challenge before that. So ETH Global ends on October 15th, and this one ends on October 22nd. So of course, we need to have some challenge in between, and that's why we are doing this challenge now with Avalanche. And if you need any help, you can write here in weekly challenge in our Discord, because we're happy to help, of course. And this is going to be very, very big for us, of course, that we support Avalanche. We may even do a hackathon with Avalanche in the near future. So the more you can train, the more you can learn about Avalanche. Many people still have not even tried Avalanche. Many people still have not really got into this ecosystem, but the ecosystem is growing. So if you want to participate in future hackathons as well on Avalanche, it is time to learn, time to go deep into Avalanche. So that's the first topic that we wanted to bring up this week. Another big topic is that we're soon having a bridge. You know, we have a lot of plugins. We have already a fiat plugin, we have 1inch plugin. Many people are asking when we will allow anyone to create plugins, and that's still maybe a month or so away. Why? Because it's a bit more complicated than we thought. When we allow third parties to create plugins, we discover that we have to restructure one of the components of how the plugins work. So that's why it's not as fast as we thought that we can release to public. But we hope that in October it will be possible. Hopefully before, let's see, but in October I hope we can release it, because we basically discovered that we have to rebuild a part of them now that we are releasing to the public, but we ourselves can of course release in the meantime. So we released the DEX plugin, we released fiat on-ramp. You can build the DEX with one line of code. Basically, no, you can swap any asset to any other asset. One line of code, you can have fiat on-ramp. And the next one for us is going to be a bridge. So this one is very exciting, because basically with one line of code, I can already tease you a bit now how it will be, but with one line of code is gonna be Moralis.plugins. bridge. With Malfo, you can take assets from any chain to any other chain. It's gonna be insane. We are starting with Polygon though. So moralis.plugins.bridge, you will be able to take asset from ETH to Polygon and back and forth, basically. This is the goal. So this is what we're working on right now in terms of the plugins. This is gonna really be a game changer for a lot of dApp developers because, you know, normally doing cross-chain dapp, it's very complicated. normally. With Moralis, it's super easy. And already for months, we've had the feature where you can read data from all chains. When user logs in, we fetch data about your user from all chains. And now we're also gonna have the asset bridge. So you can also transfer assets across chains. This is gonna be, I mean, this is true exponential growth in the capabilities of developers with this kind of tools. With one code you can do that. So this is coming very, very soon. We do have some good progress on Solana. So when it comes to the bridge, here I'm thinking in terms of weeks. Maybe in a week, maybe in 2 weeks, hopefully sooner. Hopefully it is in a week, but I don't want to promise because normally you promise something, it takes longer. So I'm just saying this is a matter of weeks. And then we have Solana. We've made some great progress on research and development, because when it comes to doing something, what we're doing, that we are creating a unified experience, cross-chain unified experience for building, deploying, and running dApps cross-chain, we have to discover everything ourselves, okay? There's no playbook for this. So in Solana, we've been in research and development, and we still are, but I can tell you that we have a nice proof of concept this week for our internal team. Basically, that we have a proof of concept where Solana can work together with Ethereum, it can work together with Avalanche, that it is possible. Yes, we now see that it is fully possible, and it's not that difficult for us, with all the experience that we have, with all the knowledge that we have, to also bridge Solana with Ethereum. And hopefully soon we can also add Solana support to the bridge, although that's a bit further down the line. But to have Solana as one of the server options when you create a server here, and you can select Solana, hopefully this is going to be until the end of the year. So this is a matter of month. Of course, we don't have any exact deadline for anything, because like I told you, you set a deadline, you're going to miss it. Especially when you publicly declare a deadline, it's so easy to miss it. So we don't. We just say, hey, this is a matter of weeks, this is a matter of months. So this is in terms of development. What else we have? We have a lot of stuff, guys, but in terms of big things, this is it. The big thing also is, of course, releasing the public. Actually, we have a few more things, but one of the key things that you will notice is the plugins. Like I discussed, that we can release the plugin development process and the SDK, and this is hopefully weeks, matter of weeks. We have an important thing when it comes to scaling. Actually, if you run your Moralis server today, you know that you have to contact us if you want to go to production. But of course, our vision is that you don't have to contact us. It should all be automatic. So automatic scaling is coming in a matter of months also. I hope that it will be in October, but who knows? Look, this is a bit more complex. Automatic. But the goal is that there should be no concept of, CPU, RAM. What I don't really like now, what we have, and of course, we've been building quite extensively, and we've achieved a lot. So it's not that this is bad, but ideally, we don't want this, like CPU, RAM. We don't want anyone to care about this, because it should just auto-scale. So we try to remove it as much as possible in the coming months, that you don't need to care that, your RAM is high, because what you have to do now is that you have to contact us and we scale your app for you. We give you better infrastructure. But very soon, in a matter of months, relatively very soon, this is going to be automatic, where you don't care about that. And this is, of course, the goal. But it's a lot of pieces that need to be in place to do that, to have auto-scaling. It's more complicated than most people realize. So, but it will come. It will come. Hopefully in October, maybe in November. That's why I'm saying months. So to summarize the roadmap, we have the bridge. This one is very soon. We have a team working here. Solana, very soon, but this is months. But for Solana, it is soon. to have Solana in a few months, it's amazing. So it's another team here. Plugins and automatic scaling, actually these are a bit connected, because to get automatic scaling we have to remake plugins the way they work, and to release plugins to the public we need to first remake a bit how they work. Otherwise you guys gonna build plugins and then they're not gonna work after we update the way they work. So that's why we're waiting to release it. But once we have plugins updated, then it's not far away to have automatic scaling. So yeah guys, a lot of things going on. Let's do some Q&A soon. Let me just think whether we have forgotten something in terms of the news. I will if I remember, I will cover it, of course. But yeah, let's do some Q&A. Oops. Let's do some Q&A. Let's see. Is Moralis fully free? How can I make blockchain game? Well, we have full tutorials on how to make blockchain games. We have a lot of them. So when it comes to whether it's fully free or not, it's fully free for development. If you want to go to production, we have to upgrade your infrastructure. So you need to contact Kreshimir. He's in the chat also now, I think. And there to update infrastructure is like $200 or something. So we can give you a nice server. But you can build out anything you want for free. But if you have like thousands of users, you see you will run out of RAM. You will run out of this, like I showed you. Where is it? This, and hopefully soon you don't have to monitor this. It will just auto scale. But now we do have to upgrade it. That's why we tell you here to contact us before going to production. So another topic was the games. We have a lot of games, guys, in our YouTube. I can show you. You can just check yourself in the past videos. But for example, here we have create multiplayer game. We have ultimate NFT guide. Where is it? It's the token swap. Yeah, here, how to, but this is DEX. Where is the NFT guide? Yeah, here, ultimate NFT programming. So we have a lot. You can just scroll through here, and you can search also topics here by searching. So you'll find a lot. How to build NFT marketplace? Well, we have a playlist here. How to clone Rarible. Rarible is a marketplace, so you can clone it. We hope to soon also have a plugin for that, where you can just launch your own marketplace quickly without reinventing the wheel. But not yet, so you can just follow this for now. How does Moralis? Well, it's pay per use. It's pay per use. We don't have it yet on the website, but it's pay per use. It's SaaS. But it's free to start, it's free to build out, it's free to build whatever you want really. But as soon as you start getting like thousands of users, we need to upgrade your infrastructure. And this is, like I said, this is what we write here, that you have to upgrade it in order to not run out. So then you write to Kreshimir and he will tell you how to do it. What an amazing group of engineers. Levi, thanks. How much time approximately will it take to bridge assets across chains? It depends on the chains. It's different. For ETH to Polygon, I think it's quite fast from ETH to Polygon. I know that from Polygon back to ETH, it's slower. It's way slower. So we're still developing it, but you will see soon. I think from ETH to Polygon, this is a matter of like maybe a minute, maybe 30 seconds or something. But Polygon back to ETH, this is longer. Why? Because it's more serious when you take something from layer 2 to layer 1. Because on layer 1, then it's confirmed. The ownership is confirmed. So here the process is more complicated. To go from ETH to Polygon, this is quite quick. Levi, if you need help with anything, just write in the forum. When is the birthplace for Next.js? We have Angular, I know. We don't have any Next.js in the works now. Maybe the Angular, our Angular teammate can do it. Or if you want, you can do it as well. You see, when it comes to birthplace, it can be also open source effort, but we're doing one by one. We have Angular next, React we have, Next.js we can do as well. As soon as we have someone free, we will tell them to do next. The example you have is in React. I can't find... if you need help, write in the forum. This is not really debugging session, guys. Levi, you need to write in the forum. I will not debug your thing here, but of course in the forum we have people helping all the time, so you can just ask and get help. Can Moralis check for function calls on smart contract? Want to fire a generate randomized NFT based on traits and upload to IPFS. So actually this is coming hopefully in a few days. So this is a matter of days. I'm not sure if this is what you mean. It's moralis.run function. So basically, in one line of code in JavaScript, you can run ethereum function, if this is what you mean. And for this, so the arguments here is that you specify the address of the contract, you specify ABI, you specify the parameters that you want to call the function with, and then the function name you need to specify. So it's gonna be like this. And you don't need to worry about anything else, it's just like this. And you can do write function, you can do read function. It's as simple as it gets. We hope to, this is a matter of days. Because we know that many people need that. How to call functions easily from the blockchain. And of course, if you have some function that generates random traits for NFT, perfect, then you can call it. Maybe you can use something from the Hop protocol to bridge, it takes minutes. Let me check out Hop protocol. Yeah, maybe it's all interesting. Right now we're using the Polygon bridge. That's why we're doing Polygon first, because they do have a nice bridge already. Hop protocol, are people using it a lot? A protocol for sending tokens. Yeah, interesting. For some reason, haven't heard a lot about them. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, they seem to be very nice. So XDAI has them. So thanks for the pancake. Yeah, thanks for the advice. We will check them out. I will send to the guys. So now we're doing our functionality around the Polygon bridge, as they have their own bridge. But maybe we should do the other ones with this. Oh, protocol. If there is an on-chain solution for a bridge across any chains, we can easily add them. Let's see, JS, getting started. So I guess, node and stuff, interesting. Okay, we need to check it. We need something proven, that's the thing. We don't want to like be first adopters of some bridge. But these guys seem to be adopted. I mean, if XDAI is promoting them, we will check what kind of track record. Because look, we're not going to be early adopters of some bridge. We're not here to, because you know how it is. The hacks, exploits. First tweet is 29th of January in Hop. We'll check them. I mean, if they've done it through this year without hacks, I guess it's okay. But when we bring tech, we need to ensure that it's well adopted, it's big already. We're not gonna be the trial rabbits for anything. But yeah, if it is, perfect. Seems very interesting. Is there any documentation for current cross-chain? No, there is not, because we haven't released it. It's coming hopefully this week, maybe next week. It's in a matter of days, weeks. It's coming soon. Hey Ivan, so where can I see? You need to DM Krashimir in the chat right now. We don't have it on the page. On the page is coming in October, but we don't have it right now. You have to DM Krashimir. You have to join our Discord for that. See, we have an incentive for you to join Discord. If you want to know about the pricing plans, it's only in Discord. It's only by DMing Krashimir right now. But yeah, basically, if you have your app and you're serious about building it, you should DM Krashimir. And you can do most things on the free plan, just building it out. But if you're thinking about thousands of users, then you have to DM. Yeah. That's a great function to have. Actually, was more asking watch for events at X contract function. Oh, but yeah, this you can easily do. Watch events. This is our bread and butter. This is go to automatic sync smart contract events. You can easily do that. You specify the topic and the address and the ABI. And that's it. And you get in your table, each and every time an event happens, you get a entry in your database, and you specify which table name you want, and that's it. This is as simple as it gets, watching smart contract events. And in real time, you will be getting a new entry in your table. And also you can get all past events. You can also get all historical events in the same table and all real time new events. Yeah. Sign up. We don't have KYC now. This is not an exchange. We don't hold any assets. We don't. So there is no KYC. But if you are to get paid, we only support cards now. We will support crypto in the future. So there's, I mean, you need to have a card. Do you think about Definited? Haven't used it. Definited blockchain. When it comes to chains, we have Solana. We're also looking at Moonriver and Moonbeam. I mean, the thing is, the reason why we're a bit hesitant with Moonriver and Moonbeam is because, see, it's not easy to get liquidity. All right, it's not easy. And what I'm a bit hesitant towards is that they're also gonna have polkadot. They have Kusama. They're gonna have polkadot. They're basically gonna have two projects in one, because Kusama is now with Moonriver. Let me actually check Solar Beam. They have like 100 million in total value locked. Solar Beam farm, which is good, but it's still below 1 million. So we want them to get at least to 1 billion. So total value locked in Solar Beam is this, and this is like Uniswap on Moonriver, as far as I know. And yeah, exactly, it's a DEX on Moonriver. So the reason why we're a bit relaxing with Moonriver and Moonbase is because the last thing we want to do is to build something and roll out something and then have to remove it or have to do a lot of work constantly changing it because the project is changing. So here is where we need to have clarity. Will this be the big thing or will it be Moonbase? Moonbeam, not Moonbeam, Moonbeam. Or will it be Moonriver? Because we don't want to change. We don't want to have Moonriver, and then in a few weeks we tell you guys, hey, you know, Moonriver is now it's Moonbeam. So we're kind of shutting down Moonriver. We don't want to do that. So when we pick a chain, it's like a marriage, okay? And you don't want to have marriage if you're not sure, basically. This is life advice you get here as well. So when it comes to Moonriver, we're simply not sure. Will the team support this all in? Even if Moonbeam becomes big? Or will they say, hey, you know, Moonriver, it's like this test kind of, not test, but test, you see? So that's why we're still a bit, we're a bit uncertain whether we should do Moonriver or not. But we have a lot of people asking for Moonriver. We need to speak with the team and figure out whether they will support this. Because if they're all in on Moonriver, we're also all in. We just need to know, are they all in on Moonriver? Because then we will support them. Yeah. Hi, I have a quick question on developing FC games. Is it necessary to have dedicated owner-owned game server database just like traditional games? In most cases, yes, because otherwise you cannot do any game. I mean, you need to have a game server if you want to have graphics, physics. NFTs are for off-chain, are for on-chain assets, like the collectibles, the assets, the equipment, all these assets. But the blockchain cannot run your game. The blockchain cannot execute game code. It's not possible. You can do very simple things like you can do tic-tac-toe. Okay, if you have a game idea that can work at the speed of blockchain, basically that it's like super turn-based, maybe that you can make work only with without a server. But normally even that you cannot do properly because it's very difficult for you to log in user, get their transaction, get their assets. I mean, you still need a server for that. That's what Moralis is doing, by the way. So with Moralis, you could do a lot with a few lines of code. But to have a game with NFTs where you just have front end and it speaks to the blockchain directly, you cannot. I mean, I don't think you can do anything because it's so difficult to just speak to the node and get anything meaningful out of it. Just to get all the assets, you cannot do that. Just to know all of the NFTs that your user has, you cannot do that without a server. But with Moralis, you can. It's one line of code for everything that you want like that. Yeah. So in most use cases, blockchain is a part of the solution. It's not the full solution, because blockchain as full solution is not realistic right now, because it cannot do a lot of things. It can store ownership, and it's very slow at changing that ownership. It's very slow, very slow. Would it be possible to combine with function calls, like mint function gets called on contract and I want to generate a new NFT using... Yeah, man, you can do anything. You can, sky's the limit. So when you get a new event, so we're talking about this automatic sync smart contracts. When you get a new event, you can listen for it using triggers here. So when you have a new event happening, you go to triggers here, and then you can look for example, after save. Let's see, after, before delete, after save here. And you can have custom code here whenever a new event has been added. For example, you can add stuff to IPFS, you can add stuff to your database, you can send an email, you can do whatever you want. So a good use case, like you say, is a new thing is minted, you have a trigger after save, and you can specify, hey, this is triggered now, upload to IPFS, or email this, or do that, or save something to the database. So you can run custom code when a new contract event is saved. Yeah. And you should basically look web videos everywhere. Web videos, we have a lot of great explanations here. Triggers, do you have any video here? Video. So it's very easy to learn. You can just spend 1 hour, 2 hours looking through this, look at videos, look at the code examples, you will learn so quickly. Any plans on supporting Cosmos? Of course, we have plans to support Cosmos. After Solana, we are at a crossroads. So after Solana, we can go to Elrond, we can go to Cosmos, we can go to Polkadot. Although we're gonna have Moonbeam, but like native Polkadot, if that makes sense. I'm not really sure if that makes sense, because Polkadot is a blockchain of blockchains. So normally you have to support some kind of blockchain. So we can go in different directions here depending on what the community needs. Yeah, but for us to choose, it has to be like something like Solana, you know, where it's like billions and billions in total value locked. Maybe it's Cosmos, maybe Polkadot. We're gonna see. But it is coming. It's coming for sure. We're gonna be... The end game is that we're everywhere. We're on Polkadot, we're on Solana, we're on Elrond, Cosmos. We have to just prioritize what is needed the most and where the community is right now. And the Solana, you know, Solana, we were also hesitant. We knew that we want at some time to do Solana, but we were hesitant whether we should do it now or not now. But then you did see the thing happening with their total value locked. I mean, this is since just a few months. I mean, when this started to go like this, we said, hey, it's a no-brainer. We were doing it now. So since August, we've been on an accelerated schedule with Solana because, of course, it started to moon. The total value lock started to moon. This means that people are building, people are using. There's a lot of action. There's a lot of developers. It's really happening if this is like this. So that's also what we want here is with, for example, Moonbeam and Moonriver. If any chain has growth like this, we're there. I mean, we're there soon. We're there quickly. So this is what happened with Solana, and that's why we really felt, okay, we need to go all in on Solana now. So that's why Solana, we have already a working proof of concept. We have probably we will be able to integrate it fully this year. Yeah. Let's see which one. Funky fruit. Good. Any more questions, guys? You can ask here. Thanks, by the way, for great questions. Amazing questions today. Always great to speak with you guys and hear what kind of thoughts you have, what you need help with. Oh, Cardano also, exactly. So they got smart contracts or they didn't get smart contracts. Of course, Cardano also. But Cardano has a KEVM. So if anything, we will add KEVM first. But I heard that they should be getting smart contracts on the 12th. So I guess now they have smart contracts. And we need now to see total value locked Moon on Cardano. But of course, we're going to be on Cardano also. It's all about priorities at the end of the day. It's all about priorities. Links is Moralis docs. You can Google Moralis docs or you can go to moralis.io and then you can click on docs here, and you will come. If you go directly, it's docs.moralis.io. Is it possible to use cloud function that calls smart contracts? Yeah, it's possible. You can use in cloud code, you can use Web3 here. You can get a Web3 instance like this, and then you can call smart contracts. You can call read functions without doing anything. If you want to do write functions, you need to initialize Web3 with your private key here, which is not necessarily recommended because you need to write your private key in the cloud function. I mean, it's the only way. If you want to write to smart contract, you want to do a write function in smart contract, you need to have a special address, like your own server address, which you give some ETH so it can sign these transactions. And you can easily do that, but just remember, you're putting your private key on in a cloud function, and it's not necessarily recommended, but look, this is how you do it. I mean, this is how everyone does it. If you want to automate some signing of transaction, you have to create a script with a private key. And then maybe you just send a bit of money to that contract, like every day you send like 0.1 ETH or something, depending on how much it spends, so that it has the funds to continue signing automatically. But just beware, it's never recommended to put private key in code, but I mean, in some cases you need, it's like here. And ideally, you should do it like environment variable, and we will see how, what's the best way for us to support it. Right now, we don't really support environment variables in the cloud code, but it could be a nice addition for us to do. But yeah, you can do anything like that. It's totally possible. Are there any videos for multiple environments? For example, CI. We have videos for CLI. If you go to tools, you find CLI here. So you can automate a lot of things with the CLI, and we show you how to do it. So you can look here and learn how to use the CLI. So if you want some pipeline with continuous integration, you can use this function. We don't show you how to do CI. We don't have that, but it's a good idea. We should have it. Maybe to show pipeline for deployment, stuff like that. But in order to do that, you need CLI, and here's where you get it. Who can read the keys? You can read the keys. It's in your code. But it's not on your hardware wallet. And keys should be on hardware wallet. As soon as you put them somewhere else, it's not good. But at the end of the day, you don't have a lot of choice. Look, if you want to sign via smart contract, via script, you have to give the script the private key. At the end of the day, it cannot sign otherwise. So it's all about how the risk that you take. As soon as you don't use Ledger or Trezor, it's like elevated risk. And in a script, of course, you cannot connect your ledger to do it. You need to put private key in ideally environment variable, but we don't support that, so you have to put it in the code. And it's your job to manage that risk. For example, can you just give that address 0.1 ETH per day? Is that enough for the smart contract to do the job? Perfect. Everything in crypto is managing risk at the end of the day, because you do one transaction wrong, money is gone. So if I were you, I would go here to Cloud Code. I would go to Cloud Functions. I would see here how to do Web3. I would initialize Web3 with my private key that I create only for this function. And then I send only small amounts of money there. Very, very small. Yeah. Intention of pricing. Yeah, like we discussed, is pay per use. The more you use, the more it costs. Premium support as well. It's like any other platform. Our intention, though, is to be as free as possible. And this is something we discussed many, many times, because Moralis is going to be the standard for building dapps. So our intention is that it should be as free as possible for everyone. And if you have a big dapp, you don't want free. If you have a big dapp, you want to have a business relationship. So premium support for big dapps, pay as you use, pay as you go. Yeah, pay as you go. The more you use, the more you pay as you go. But we've been discussing this many times on the streams. We hope that free will be enough for like 90% of the builders. You're starting out, you're building something, you don't even know if your dapp will be big or not. You shouldn't pay for, experimenting. But then you go to great success, maybe 10%. Here is where our revenue will be. So premium support, pay as you go. Yeah. What else, guys? Good, yeah, good stream. Was very fun speaking to you again. So to summarize, guys, let's do the weekly challenge. We have the weekly challenge with building something on Avalanche. So next week we're gonna have the evaluation of it. And you know that normally when we do a weekly challenge, we give you the challenge, you have 1 week to build. So until next week, you have to build something on Avalanche, and next week we see the submissions. And we vote together on the stream. So you remember we did it one time before. So until next week, build something on Avalanche using Moralis, because we now have full support, and we're gonna pick the winner next week. And the prize is our NFT collection, and this is the second level. It's called Moralis Mogul. We have this mage thematic. And this whole collection, like I said in the beginning, it's built only by developing. There's no way to buy it, there's no way to do anything except for building. Yeah, you have to build in order to earn it. So that's a big difference, like with our collection and all other collections. So that is the prize for whoever wins the next weekly challenge, which is building something on Avalanche. I have no knowledge programming. Can I still use Moralis? Oh, no. You need to have Moralis is very easy, but you need to know JavaScript, guys. Without JavaScript, you cannot use Moralis. It's as easy as it gets if you know some JavaScript, some web development. But of course, if you want something like drag and drop, like Wix for blockchain, maybe we'll get there in a few years, but we're not there yet. So you need to know JavaScript. But look, if you are interested in JavaScript, you can learn it in a few months. It's not difficult. We have it in our academy. If you are interested in technology, you should know JavaScript. And with JavaScript, you can do so much. You can do apps, you can do websites, you can do so much. So it should be mandatory. I think JavaScript should be mandatory in school. You shouldn't even be able to enter university without JavaScript, because it's not difficult. It's not rocket. Any kid can learn it. It's not difficult. It's not more difficult than a lot of other things you learn in school that is not really, many things, like I don't even know why we learn it. Okay. But JavaScript, it's so practical. Everyone is interacting with some kind of machine on daily basis. So to be able to give it some simple instructions, it's life-changing in any industry. Anyway, it's another topic. Are you making an API for Decentraland and other metaverses? If we do, it will be a plugin. It's not on our roadmap right now, but we also hope that we don't have to do all the integrations when we open up the public SDK access to the plugins, because here you can build any plugin. For example, like you say, it's good idea to have like a metaverse plugin where you can, with one line of code, like get into your metaverse house or something. What do people do in metaverse now? It's very early stage, everything, but in some cases you have some land. So maybe if you have like Decentraland plugin, you can have with one line of code that you can get all your land, like moralis.plugins.decentraland get land, and you get all the land of the user. Or get something. It's a very nice idea. But the thing with Moralis is that there are many good ideas, and we want the power of the community. Let's say you build some kind of plugin like that. We will give you a way to monetize it on your own. Let's say that you charge like $5 for each installation. Perfect. You will be able to do that if you have your own ideas for plugins, because we want to grow the plugin ecosystem. And that's also why Moralis is such a great choice for developers, because you know that all technologies will be integrated as plugins. You're not relying on us as a team. We will do everything we can to grow Moralis, and that's what we're doing since day one. But you also know that we're gonna have this big push from third-party developers, where everyone in their self-interest can develop a plugin, charge for it, or do something else, like you have in WordPress. WordPress plugin ecosystem is so great. It's a big inspiration for us how we can create something similar. As you can see, it's very early days right now, but it would be nice if we can reach something like WordPress, where it's a bunch of free plugins, a bunch of paid plugins, Some plugins have a free version, paid version. Let's see, guys. It's the goal anyway. Guys, thanks a lot for being here. I'm working. Nice. Yeah, I mean, perfect. If you can build something like Moralis .plugins, .decentraland, like get land or something, perfect. Will Moralis become a DAO with a token? Yeah, if it makes sense. First, we have to get big, guys. I mean, first, number one is that we need to be big. We cannot do a token if we're not big, because then the token is gonna be like small alt. We don't want, like, I don't want to do a small altcoin. It's more work than fun to be like a project with a small altcoin. But if we are top 10, if we are top 20, top 30 also, okay, then it makes sense. But for that, we need to first become a big tech standard for creating dapps, and then we can do that. So we have work to do. We cannot do it now. If we do a token now, it will be too small. We need to be like a household name in crypto before we do that, because I don't want to have a small, like page 5 of coin. No. It needs to be like top 10, top 20. We're gonna see. Guys. That being said, thanks a lot for being here. Thanks a lot for contributing. We'll be back next week, 6 p.m. So normal time is 6 p.m. This time today we did at